All right. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Year 6 students. Okay, today will be our science session, and we will be discussing today our environment in your textbooks. So what I want you to do is go now to your textbooks and turn to page 100. All right. Okay, let me first read the first page, and then I'll be asking you to read the next ones. All right. All right, class. Okay, good. Our environment. What is an environment? Look at the photographs on this page. What can you see? Everything in the photographs on this page. The river, plants, animals, and even the air make up an environment. An environment consists of everything that surrounds an organism. It includes the place, space, the organisms lives in, the non-living things surrounding that place, for example, air, water, light, temperature, and other organisms that live there. Example, other plants and animals. Okay, so class, environment basically means this is where living things and non-living things live. Okay, this is the environment. Okay, that includes also humans. Okay, so we have here some examples in the picture below. Okay, so we have here lizard, hummingbird, ants. Okay, so based from looking at these pictures, can I ask Afik, where are they living right now? For example, the lizard, what is his environment? What is he? Where is he standing on? The lizard. Can you see the picture below?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Sorry. Is it something on? It's he's like standing on a wood, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. A kid. How about the hummingbird? A kid.
Mm,
What is it doing? Of course, it's flying, right? A kid. It's flying. And then what is it trying to do? What is it trying to do? The
mm,
hummingbird. Okay, so the hummingbird is trying to find food, right, a kid? Are you following, a kid? Okay. How about the ants, Kalisa? How about the ants? Hmm? Where are they right now, Kalisa? Where are they standing on? It's pretty obvious.
Leaf.
Yes, they're standing on the leaves. Okay, okay. Let's move on to the next page. Okay, I want Amir to read loud and clear. Okay, on page 101, compare the two environments.
Com- Compare the two environments in the photographs on this page. How are they different? Over time, an environment can change. These changes can be natural or as a result of human activities.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think caused the changes to environment below?
Okay, so we have two pictures here. One at the top and one at the bottom. Okay, so we have a description here at the top. What does it say? An unchanged
Change
environment.
environment.
Okay, thank you. And then below here we have an environment changed by human
Human
activities.
activities.
Okay, very good. Now, can I ask Anika? Anika, can you turn on your microphone, please? Okay, Anika, can you tell me what is the difference between these two pictures, Anika? Color-wise, can you tell me what's the difference? Hello, Anika. Hello. Okay, I'll ask. Akila then. Akila, can you tell me the difference between the two pictures here? Come on, guys, so we can move on to the next page. Okay, no response. Okay, Hamid then. Hamid, what can you tell? The, the color itself, just tell me, guys. On the first picture, what is it? Hmm? It's full of greenery, right? You can see full of green. And then you could see a lot of water around. How about the next picture here, Hamid? Down below here. What do you see? You see a big barrel here, right? And then the the soil is what? Dry. And the grass are dry and dead, right? Yes, that's how you describe it. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Okay, I want Afik to read the next page, 102. Natural changes.
Natural changes through the environment. An environment can change when there is a natural disaster. Some natural disasters, including floods and droughts,
Mm-hmm.
fires, volcano
Bushfires.
eruptions,
Mm-hmm.
bushfires, volcano eruptions, earthquakes, and tsunamis.
Okay, tsunamis.
Floods.
Okay, when you pronounce tsunamis silent T, okay, you don't pronounce the letter T. Tsunami. Okay. Okay, I will continue. Continue. Floods.
Floods. A flood occurs when there is too much water in an environment. This can happen when it rains heavily for a long time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Afik. All right. Now, what does flood mean, Amir? In your own words, flood. In Malayo, it means banjir. Can you describe it? Okay, it says when there's too much rain, of course, what do you have? Huh? When it rains heavily, what happens? Amir? Kalau hujan rabat,
Banjir.
banjir. Okay, I want you to describe what is flood. What is banjir? How does it look like? We have a picture here, or you can give an example. Okay, let me give an example. How does a flood affect the organism that live in the environment? So, for example, if you have experienced heavy rain, okay, when we're passing through the roads, what happens to the car? Okay, it will be the car will having hard time to cross the road, right? Because we're afraid the water might come into the car. Okay, that's for car. But for organisms like us, like humans, like animals, like other plants, what will happen? They will be submerged into the water. Exactly. They will be in SpongeBob's house, right? Because SpongeBob lives under the sea, right? Are you following, guys? All right, good. Okay, let's move on to droughts. Okay, we have 10 minutes left. Okay, sorry, huh? I have to get in. I forgot to get in, zoom into my phone. Okay, hold on, guys, huh? Okay, because I want this. Okay, okay, now I'm in with my phone. Okay, just in case my phone goes, I mean my connections goes down. Okay. All right. Okay, let's continue. Let's go now to page 103. Okay, come on, guys. Come on, come on. I know you're sleepy. Okay, you're supposed to sleep a little bit earlier. Okay, now, Rizan, page 103. Droughts.
Drought. When there is no rain in an environment for a long time, a drought occurs. During the drought, the land becomes dry. There's many not be enough water for the organisms in the environment to survive.
Okay, class. So drought is the opposite of flood, right? If flood has has too much water, there's no water at all. So as you can see from the from this page, what happens here? You can see from the first picture at the top, the trees are dry, no leaves, right? And then the land is also dry. What's the color of the land? More to yellowish brown, right? Okay.
Yes.
Same go at the very big picture here. What happens? There's a dead animal, right? What happened? Why the animal was dead? How does a drought affect the organisms that live in the environment? What happens if there's no water? For example, we are now fasting, right, guys? Right, class. What do you feel if you don't drink water for the whole day? You feel
Thirsty.
thirsty. Exactly. But when you have drought, you don't only feel thirsty. You'll not be having water for days, for weeks, or maybe by months. So what happened if you don't have water for few weeks or for 1 month or more? Of course, the organisms will die. Okay, did you know, class, a human can only survive 7 days without water? Did you know that? We as humans, if we don't drink uh, water for 7 days, around 7 days we might die. But first, of course, before we die, our fats, we will become very thin, we will become very sick, weak. Okay, and then after that we will die. Okay, that's why water is very important. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Okay, Inshira just came in. Inshira, by the way, Inshira, I want you to take your textbook, okay? The blue one, Inshira, and then go to page 104, okay? We're now at page 104. Okay. Uh, Wise, okay, Wise, can you please turn on your camera, Wise? I want you to read page 104, Lightning and Bushfires. Okay, this book, Wise? Okay, read loudly, okay?
Lightning and bushfires.
Mm-hmm.
During a thunderstorm, lightning often strikes the surface of the earth. If lightning strikes a tree
Mm-hmm.
in a dry environment, a fire can start. A
Mm-hmm.
fire that spreads out of control is called a bushfire.
Mm-hmm.
Bushfires can change an environment. Many plants are killed by the fire. Many animals also die or move to new environments.
All right, so we have bushfires. We have a lot of this here in Brunei. Have you seen a bushfire before? Sometimes, right, when you're in the highway, when your mom or dad is driving, okay, sometimes you see the grasses or the trees burned already, color black or maybe into ashes already. That's a bushfire. Okay. Uh, when was the biggest bushfire happen? It happened in Australia recently, right? What happened to the animals? For example, like the koalas, right? In Australia, they're known for koalas, right? So what happened to the koalas? What happened to them? Of course, the koalas got burned. Some of them died. Some of them got injured. Okay. Of course, the trees got burned. Okay. So we feel pity for them. Okay. So what do we do when there's a bushfire, Rizan? So we have a picture here. It says here, fireman putting out fire. And then we have here, forest after a bushfire. So of course, so we call in Malay bomba, huh? The fireman, huh? Is it right? Okay. So they're using this special chemical. They're not only using water. They're using like some kind of mixed with powder to control the bushfire, because it's not easy to control a bushfire because it's something natural. Okay. All right. Let's move on to volcanoes. I want. Let me try Akila again. Akila, can you read volcanoes? I wonder if Akila is here. Akila, are you there? Hello, Akila. Okay, if you're there, Akila. Okay, let me ask Anika. Anika, can you please read page 105, volcanoes? Come on, come on.
A volcano is an opening in the earth, a place where
Service.
molten rock, lava, and ash erupt.
Okay, don't move too much.
Volcano eruptions that kill the organisms
Okay,
around
louder.
the environment. The lava and ash can also cause damage to
Okay, thank you.
property.
Okay, thank you, Anika. Okay. All right. I think there's a problem with the microphone of Anika. It's making some weird noise. Okay. Anyway, let me just repeat what Anika read. A volcano is an opening in Earth's surface where molten rock, lava, and ash erupts. Volcanic eruptions can kill the organisms that live in the surrounding environment. Okay. Who's making that noise? The lava and ash can also cause damage to property. Okay, in Brunei, you don't have volcanoes. Okay, so a volcano, if you've seen in movies or in cartoons, usually there is an opening, there's a hole, right? Do I have a marker here? Okay, never mind. Let me share my screen. Okay, let's make a little bit fun. Okay, let's go to whiteboard. Okay, okay, so I want to draw a volcano. Can you see now my screen? Class, can you see it? Can you see the whiteboard? Okay, so
Yes.
I'm going to draw a volcano. Okay, no. That one. Let me use. Okay, let me use brown. Okay, I'm going to draw a volcano. Okay, this is the opening. Okay, so a volcano is actually a mountain, but inside the volcano there are some molten rock lava. There's a very hot substance inside the volcano. So what happens, okay, when the lava and the ash erupts, it goes out from the what? It goes out from the opening. Okay, it's, so that's why sometimes, actually, it happened in the Philippines recently. So there will be ashes around. So ashes will be like something color gray. So it would look like something like this. Let me use black. So there will be ashes, a lot of ashes. Okay. And then, for example, if you have a house here, you have for example, this is the house of Rizan. Rizan, this is your house. And then this is, all right,